Hey everyone! I want to start today's video by making a really bold statement. If you complimented more people in the right way, from the right mindset, your level of happiness and self-esteem would skyrocket dramatically in just a number of weeks. And over the period of the next few years, the trajectory of your life and your life success would go up phenomenally. There aren't many things in life that you can easily change that can have a dramatic effect. Unfortunately, as it turns out, most of the things that really matter require huge amounts of hard work, grit, and perseverance, and are often pretty soul-sucking. But one of those few magical things we can change is the subtle art of giving compliments. And so today, after making this massively bold statement, I want to explain why I believe this is so. Compliments. How do they make you feel? What do you think about them? When somebody gives you a compliment, what goes through your body? Do you feel happy? Do you feel proud? Do you feel embarrassed? Do you feel suspicious? Do you feel like when someone gives you a compliment, maybe it's a form of some kind of scam, or maybe they're mocking you, or maybe they're giving you some kind of charity? When do you give compliments? When was the last time that you gave someone a compliment? More importantly than that even is why. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why? Why do you give someone a compliment? Last time you gave a compliment, why did you do it? I don't mean why do people, human beings in general, give them. I mean, why do you, personally? Because really at the heart, the whole magic and the art of giving compliments lies in our why. You see, I often compare compliments and the art of giving compliments to my relationship with photography when I travel. See, I travel a lot. I really love to travel. And I really appreciate the beauty of the world and the amazing things that I can see. And so whenever I'm somewhere in the world, an amazing view in front of me, and I have my camera, because I've always got my digital SLR with a nice big lens on it everywhere I go, and I almost always get someone come to me and they say, why would you want to bring your camera to this amazing place and then all your attention is on the camera and you're not really appreciating this beautiful view in front of you and you totally lose the moment? But you know what? Having a camera does something magical. When I've got my camera for me, I'm not just looking at the view. What I'm actually doing is I'm looking to appreciate the really small little details in the view. I'm focused on the colors and how the colors contrast with each other, the light, and how the different light contrast levels exist. I'm looking for the little imperfections that make what I'm looking at particularly interesting or unique, or maybe a little bit funny. In fact, when I've got my camera and I'm looking to take a photo, I'm looking deeper and more levels of detail at the view, at the thing, at whatever it is that I'm taking a photo of than most people around me are. Having my camera, it acts as a way to remind me to look deeply, to not just look at the superficial of how beautiful is this, but to really look deeply into the small little things that are worth appreciating, the little angles that most people don't notice about the beautiful thing that they're looking at. And so for me, having a camera enriches the experience. It heightens my sense of appreciation of the view that I'm looking at, far beyond what I would be capable of without the camera, and certainly far beyond what most people feel around me. And yet, at the same time, when I'm in these beautiful locations and I look around me, I invariably see tourists with their phones out, ready to take photos, or cameras, or even worse than that, those with the selfie sticks. If that's you, I know who you are, walking around, and what they're really doing with those cameras is they are taking photos for someone else. Their why for taking photos is to impress somebody else. They've gone to a beautiful location so that they can take a photo that somebody on their Instagram feed or their Facebook feed is going to appreciate. And they forget to appreciate it themselves. So many people who do bring cameras to beautiful locations lose the moment. They're not appreciating the view. They're trying to get someone else to appreciate it so they look good. And to me, this is what's so critical, because the act is the same. When I go to this beautiful location, I have a camera and I'm taking photos. They have a camera and they're taking photos. And yet, one of us is getting fed. Our souls are being fed. Our level of happiness is being increased by having that camera with us. The other is losing out dramatically. And it's very much the same for compliments. Most people tend to compliment for one of two reasons. One tends to be social glue. So we feel like this is a time when I ought to give a compliment, so I'm going to give a compliment. Women do this a lot as well, groups of friends. Oh, your hair looks so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. You know, girls give compliments as part of the social expectation of what they're supposed to do. On the other hand, people also use compliments because they want to get something from the other person. So an example might be you giving a compliment to a girl in a bar because you want her to like you more, right? It would be a very stereotypic example of that. However, the one reason, the magic of giving compliments is when you don't give compliments for other people. When instead you get focused on giving compliments for yourself. Now, I don't mean that you give yourself compliments. I mean that the reason for complimenting other people isn't about making them feel good. That's a happy byproduct. Instead, the magic of compliments is when you walk through life looking for ways to appreciate the things and the people around you. Just like I do when I'm at a beautiful view with my camera. I'm on the lookout. Having the camera with me reminds me to look deeply. But when you are ready to give compliments and you're looking for things to appreciate about people, giving them a compliment reminds you that there are things about the people around you that are worth appreciating. It always puts you on the ready alert to give appreciation, to feel appreciation. Because when you give a compliment about something you genuinely appreciate, you feel that deeply inside you. And so what you're doing is you're constantly reinforcing to yourself, around me, in my life, in my world, without having to change anything, there are things in my life worth appreciating. Now, we know scientifically that regularly feeling appreciation for the things that exist in our life plays a dramatic role in improving our happiness levels. That's one of the reasons why prayer has always been looked at as an emotionally healthy activity. Giving thanks every day, appreciation for the things that are going well in our lives. Even if you're not religious, it's been shown to dramatically improve our happiness levels. And so here's the interesting thing. When you're constantly on the lookout for appreciation and you're doing that for other people, your confidence, your happiness goes up. Your confidence goes up because you're starting to focus on the good things around you rather than the bad. But there's so much more to it than just your happiness and confidence, which will change in a matter of weeks. When you are in the habit of seeing the best in the people around you, because now you're highlighting the things you appreciate, people will then have a habit of giving you their best. They will be on their best behavior. Does this mean that you're never going to meet any wankers alive? No. There's plenty of wankers in the world. Even at their best, they're still wankers. But the truth is that more people are going to give you their best. So all of a sudden, you're going to be surrounded by better quality people, even though they're the same people. But more than that, those people are going to like you because we love people who see the best in us. When you have people around you who you make feel good about themselves regularly, who feel appreciated by you semi-regularly, you're going to get more promotions at work. You're going to be invited to more events. You're going to have more opportunities in your professional, social, spiritual life thrown at you than you would otherwise. And that's why when you focus on appreciating and giving compliments in your life, the whole trajectory that your life follows can change dramatically. So I'd like to suggest a challenge for all of you watching. I'd like you to take a month to be on the lookout every day for things about the people around you that you could compliment, that you appreciate. It's not just about saying, oh, Karen, nice hair, when you don't really care about Karen's hair. It's about finding things that actually resonate with you and starting to try to be sensitive to what is worth your appreciation and telling people about it. I'd challenge you to do this for a month. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below, because having done this myself in the past, this has a massive impact on how I feel about myself, like my own self-esteem. It doesn't make sense, but my own self-esteem grows tremendously as a result. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different from my normal dating topic, but trust me, doing this will improve your dating success as well, even though I haven't talked about it specifically here. As always, if you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. If you like this one, I reckon you might just like those as well.